Hello world, welcome to my video. In this video, I'm going to briefly introduce a web app that I made initially for an international logistics company in Delaware. The app is used as an inventory management system and it has two types of users, administrative users and regular users. They have different privileges and different roles and they will interact differently depending on different phases in a logistics process. In short, the regular users are responsible to take orders from the administrative users, and the orders are usually about the cargoes in bulk requested by the customers all around the world. After purchasing the products, the regular users will have to go through steps like confirming the receipt of goods, sending the cargoes to the administrative users, and requesting for the commission he or she gained in his or her orders. After the administrative users have confirmed the receipt of goods and the payment is mutually confirmed by both users, the order is complete, and the cargoes are recorded in the inventory. And the regular users have the option to cancel the order anytime if there is any accident. This system is built to simulate the whole process and acts as a process tracker for all the segmental procedures during the process. The app is made primarily by jQuery with PHP and MySQL as the backend scripting language and database. The website is in Chinese temporarily, only for the easy communication purpose because the employees in that company are mostly Chinese people by far. So please follow me with the demo if you are a non-Chinese speaker and want to get to know how this app will work in practice. Let's get started. I will demo this app from scratch. So right now, there are no users registered in the system. Let's first make an administrative user. The registration process is not different than any other website, and it doesn't matter if you are the administrator or the regular user, you have to register first. This means register. Also here, let's go into it. By the way, the form had built-in very comprehensive validation methods. For example, these 6 fields are required, which means that you cannot go on without filling into those fields. And this means phone number. I've also written a script in PHP to validate it. Let me show the code real quick. This is the register.html. Say those are required. And the phone number is strictly limited to 10 digits based on the US standard phone number. And a character rather than a digit will be rejected. Later you can play around with it, but let's finish making this user. This means email, password 123, 123. Okay, this means welcome, name. Let's go back to the database to make this user administrator and also activate it. I've created a flag here to tell the system whether this is the administrator. See, I change this to 1 and also activate this user. By the way, you can see the password here is also encrypted. Let's log into this user. The default page is for making an order, but let's first take a look at the user list. Actually, I think I can translate this web page. Hold on. The app will need at least one regular user to function, but here there's only an admin user. So let's make a regular one then. I'll hire a session box here, which is a good tool for creating different sessions for a website. Let's register a new user. Okay, let's first try login. Actually, you cannot, Because the regular users will have to be activated by the administrator to prevent potential theft of the business secrets, right? That's what I mean by privilege. It's one of the special privileges for the administrator. So now let's go back to the admin and activate this user. You can now see this new user has pumped up, and we can activate it by clicking here. It says successfully activated. And also, after activating this user, you can fire him or her anytime you want in the future. Let's try login again. And now it works. The default page for the regular user is for displaying the orders, and it also gives the users options to whether to take the orders or delete them. As the admin hasn't created any order yet, this page is basically blank. It also might be the orders have all been taken by other users, or you have completed all the available orders. In all, it just means there are no new orders. Like here it says, a weird translation, but it just says it doesn't have any orders right now. Let's make a new order on the admin page. You see, this is the name of the cargo. Let's type in hydraulic gaskets, an industry component. Link, let's say mercuryhydraulics.com, which is the one of the companies that I used to work for. We have to put HTTP suffix here, or it cannot be clicked directly by the regular user. It's just the way it is. Receipt quantity types here, you see two options. One is limit and one is all-in. All-in means that there is no limitation, or choose the limit to specify a specific number of the cargoes you need. I will specify a number here because that's more common. As you can see, if I switch back and forth, the box will show or disappear again. Let's assume the quantity is 10 here, and the cost of the cargo per each, let's say $5. And also note the translation should be good, not goods. This is the unit price. Profit means the commission for one good. So for example, if you take 5 gaskets from this order, and if the profit is $2, you will earn $10 in total. As you can see here, the receiving cost is automatically calculated and shown here. If we add shipping, it will also be added to the price, but let's leave it 0 here since it's more common. Cashback advice is usually where the admin will put some promotional code for the regular users to try and see if there is any rebate that could be part of their commission. And order valid time here, we can specify until when this order will be available. Let's make it 2 days and 2 hours. And I have written a cron job at the backend to keep checking for this, and if the time is up, the order will be gone and won't be shown on the user's page anymore. If you want to put some note, you can also do here, like please confirm the delivery as soon as possible. Okay, let's submit. Here it just needs you to confirm the info. Hit OK to submit the order. Alright, it says order created successfully. And now if we go back to the regular users page, we see this new order. You can click on this tick button to accept the order. I don't know why it says please single here, but it's actually taking the order, requesting the order. Type in your desired quantity and hit report. Then on the admin side, you can see that you wish to take this order for, say, maybe 4 items. Note here I also have data validation. See, if I type in 11, which X is 10, it won't let me pass. Please look at the code for details if you are curious about it. Let's submit 4 here. Okay, it's the confirmation. And see here, it goes to the pending orders. And you can abandon the order anytime before the admin confirms your request. Let's go back to the admin. In the processing orders, it shows the orders that are currently available to be taken. And the admin can actually choose to cut the order at any time before the deadline of the availability. If the order is cut, it will just simply not be shown at the user's new orders page anymore if the user has never ever requested this order. Let's go to this nurse reported number page, which actually is the list showing the orders that are requested by the regular users. By the way, they call their employees nurses in their business. I have no idea. Just keep that in mind so you know it means the employees. Okay, on this page, you can see 3 lists, and those are the buttons that quickly jump to those lists. The first one is the requested orders from the nurse. The second shows the orders that are committed by the nurses and the nurses are ready to make a purchase. And the third shows the orders that are confirmed by the admin and wait for the nurses to commit. Let me briefly explain. Please look at this diagram. After the admin has created an order, it will be shown on the new orders page for every regular user, as I just showed you. Suppose we have 3 employees currently rather than 1, and since the order is limited, these 3 employees have to fight for the order quantity based on a first come first served basis. That's the process of requesting. And then the requests have to be approved by the admin so the employees can then continue to purchase the cargo. Now you are probably wondering that why didn't I just make the orders be automatically approved since there are available quantities whatsoever? Well, the problem is here. When these users are taking orders, suppose they were doing this at the same time, one user would not know if there are other users also competing in the quantity. Still, suppose the order quantity is limited to 10, and it's very possible that total quantity requested by all 3 users exceed 10. I once tried to solve this problem by locking the session, but in reality, this business needs quick response. So locking does not help but actually drag down the efficiency of the business. Also, I guess that Amazon might have the same problem, like say if it's on Black Friday when everyone tries to get the same TV and the total request might exceed the inventory. But I heard that what Amazon will do is usually cancel your order afterwards if you came later than the time when the inventory was drained up. So that's why I imitated this mechanism and create this workflow. Now the admin can adjust any request that's impossible to be fully fulfilled but partially, or cancel the request at any time, like shown on this page. And at this point, if the system has detected the total request quantity has got greater or equal to the available quantity, the order will not be shown on other users' new orders page anymore. For easy demonstration purpose and time's sake, I will not create other users to go through this whole process, but you are welcome to play around yourself or look at the code about its implementation. Let's continue the process. Let's actually change the requested quantity and then confirm just to show you that changing quantity works. I just changed it to 5, and now see the order goes to the approved order list. Back to the nurse. You see that the approved quantity changes to 5, no problem. And if you change your mind and want to abandon the order, you can do so by clicking declining the approval, or go ahead and give your final code. Let's do 5 in total. And then you can see this order jumps to the next section, so-called the received order. And I will demonstrate you the most common function, which is confirm the delivery, and it's saying please be sure that you have received all 5 cargoes. Click OK, and it will jump to the next section, which in here the nurse can send a request to the admin asking if he or she can send the chosen cargoes to the warehouse at any time. And back to the admin page. At the same time, the admin can also check if there are any newly confirmed delivery of the cargoes by the nurse. Here in this case, this order was just confirmed by the nurse. The admin now has to wait for the nurse to send the request of the delivery to the warehouse of the cargo, which I'm doing right now. I want to send this order, so choose it. Again, choose it. and click Send Request. Okay. It's saying you can call the admin to discuss the specific delivery time, but usually by default it can be sent anytime during the day. And now still go back to the admin page. You can see the request of the delivery. You can see the request of the delivery. And click here to confirm that the cargoes have been arrived in the warehouse. Only after the cargoes have arrived. And after confirmation, the nurse can then send their payment request. Let's do the payment request. Notice the total amount of the request is labeled already and cannot be changed. So the record is genuine and continuous for both sides. And it will also tell you how much that you have earned in this order. Usually in here, the nurse has to put in the checking account information so the admin knows where to send the money. Let's say account number 8888. Yes. Still back in the same page on admin portal. Let's refresh. There's an option saying that I have just paid. Click here to tell the nurse that the payment request has been fulfilled. And on admin side, it's saying please wait for the final payment received confirmation from the nurse. Okay. And of course, in the nurse's page, let's confirm it after checking the money has arrived. And now we have money. Hooray! Okay, and this order now goes to the completed orders in the nurse portal. And you can see it also tells you how much you have earned so far. As the orders taken become more and more, of course this number would go up. And on the admin side, of course this order goes to the completed orders as well. The whole process is accomplished. Also, there are these two sections on the admin page. History order shows the orders that have been closed already. Since we haven't cut down any order yet, so it's showing nothing here. And in all orders, it shows you all the orders information no matter it's closed, ongoing, or whatsoever, just like for your information section. On the employees portal, however, there's this track the refund section, which if the cargoes were cancelled by the manufacturer, then it would be convenient for the nurses to track the refund process from the manufacturer on this page. Like if you choose to close an order after you have purchased the cargoes, these orders will come to this section. And also these all orders will do the same thing as the admin side, but this section hasn't been fully constructed yet actually, as the boss wished some specific functionalities for the employees compared to the admins. So I need to reconstruct it. And in my profile, you can change your profile, or in this I'm very unhappy section, you can give any advices on how to improve the website or request a feature. Weird translation though. Okay, that concludes the simple use case of this web app. And since this is just a showcase video but not a tutorial on how to make this web app, I won't go on too many details on the code. But as I have shown you the functionalities, you should understand the code when you examine it. But before I go, I do want to cover a little bit of how I structured the code behind the scene so you could better understand the flow of my code when you look at it. So of course, everything starts with this index.php, and instead of it, I use jQuery to switch the page based on its class and ID. Assume I want to log in, so this code will take me to the login.html. In login.html, here it gets the data from the form, namely the email and the password, and then use this AJAX to send this data to login.php. And in login.php, it will have several checks, such as if the user existed in the database, and if so, is it activated? Is the password right? And if everything is okay, we'll start a session to record the user's information. And also say if the logged in user is the admin, then jump to the index page of admin. Otherwise, to the index page of the nurse. Let's take a look at the directory of my code. You see there are two folders. One is the admin pages and the other one is nurse pages. The website will access different pages based on the identity from now on. If we go into this admin pages folder, you can see the index page of admin page is here. And then inside of this admin home.php, let's see those HTML and jQuery code. It also uses the same mechanism that I used in index.php, which is switching the page by its ID. And instead of each of these HTML, it also works by using AJAX to go to the corresponding PHP file and return back the info to the HTML. Okay, I think this concludes what I want to cover about the showcase and a little bit about the code structure of this web app. It still has a lot of more complex and intricate functionalities, but since time is limited and it's already a lot of information though, I encourage you to examine the code itself and hope you could learn something from my project. My coding skills is definitely not very mature since I've been only in web development for about 2 to 3 years. So there might be some methods that I used in my code where you can find a better method from other developers. And always don't hesitate to learn more. If you get any concerns or questions about this project, or there's any specific things you want to know from looking at my code, please let me know on the comments below. I will try to reply you as soon as possible. I would like to learn from you as well, so please give me any suggestions you have. And if you are interested in working with me for some projects, please don't hesitate to contact me as well. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments. My name is Han Chen. Thanks for watching.